What is up? I be that Sequential Geek. Welcome to my channel. If you are a subscriber, wow, you returned, really? If you are new to the hobby or returning to the hobby, what is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What it is. Let's get into a little bit different angle of a haul here. Comic shop news. Started in 1987. These two guys, Cliff Biggers and Ward Batty. Batty's out of California. Biggers is out of GA, Marietta. So, yeah, 1987. I think it's weekly. I don't know if it still is or if it's seasonal at times or what the deal is, but it's free. You get them at certain comic shops that participate, but they're distributed by Diamond. And they sell them in bundles of 90, so I don't think you can just like get 20 or ask if they have a particular issue. It's hard to get data on these, but obviously this is a James O'Barr cover. I'm a big fan of James O'Barr. Yeah, what a shock. There's a James O'Barr cover in this haul, which is like typical for me. And I like vampire comics, I like Aliens, Predator, I like a bunch of indie stuff, but more older Marvel. Don't have anything much against DC, really. Just never got into them that much. I did in the 80s. That was the first time I collected. Returned briefly 2000, 2004, and then my current stint 2016 to the present, which is kind of feeling like it's ending. That's why I got these, like, kind of like a get out of my system, something that I've always wanted to get, and I have one of these already. Issue 225 is an image of the Crow from, I think it's 225, from the Tundra Press, one of those 3 issues. Pretty dope looking. So here we got a promo for the Crow. These were all free at participating comic shops, and yeah, Flesh and Blood. 3-issue monthly, beginning in May. James Vance, Alexander Maleev. Word. And they were always fun to go through, and then they're disposables, so how could this not be a collectible? You get the right combination of condition, which this one is pretty ratty, but makes me more comfortable using it as a reader copy. It's $8, including shipping. So some of these, they're going to range from like $4 to $6, because I didn't just buy them individually. This one I did, actually. This next one I bought individually as well. This is the connecting covers for Venomverse out of 2017. Clayton Crane. So these comic shop news, I mean, I say that I personally, just before this last little shopping spree I went the past few months, picking up comic shop news here and there, but mainly off of eBay, Hip Comic. Yeah, local comic shop, random finds. They're great. Like I said, you get that right combination of cover, condition, artist. These are a great alternative to buying overpriced variant covers. Comic shop news, 1521, Jack Kirby, out of 2016. Steve McNiven, think this is on 2001. For that title, that was just the number 4. 2000, 2001. Fantastic Four Anniversary Tribute. Alex Ross, issue 1617. More modern promo here. More Alex Ross. Yeah, they also had these comic strips in them. This particular one, I think it's Stan Lee and his brother. And this is more of a glossy. I think earlier ones, as you saw, were newsprint. That James O'Barr one. Comic Shop News 1358. Jason Fabok, Batman Volume 2, 23.1 out of 2013. Oh yeah. Issue 203, we're going a little bit more back in time now. There is a TMNT strip in here. Got this for $8, including shipping. All these range between like $4 and $6. So in May 2019, oh wow, look at that. Didn't quite catch that. Batman gets mugged. It's the issue of Superman that had the World Trade Center towers in the background. So this issue, this particular issue, it's from way back, right? Issue 203. $1991, I believe. So, in May 16th, 2019, the 1969 fantasy painting Egyptian Queen sold world record 5.4 million at a public auction held by Heritage in Chicago, Illinois. Frank Frazetta, baby. Bela Lugosi's Tales from the Grave, Comic Shop News, issue 1207. It's out of 2010. There is a second issue to this Bela Lugosi's Tales that has this real dark-looking image of Popeye. As a matter of fact, so if you're a fan of that character, check out the second issue of this. I like vampires, so I want to buy it again. J. Scott Campbell's Swords of Sorrow, 2015. Little Frank Cho action. Jungle Girl. Comic Shop News 1107. What is up? If you're also an Aerosmith fan, then hey man, Riggs, there you go. Comics 101. Real quick look. Mostly text. Introduction. Going over all the different publishers: Fantagraphics, Valiant, Mirage, Collector's Guide. '14 Comic Shop News Fall Preview. Opa. Yeah, Alex Ross. Kick ass. Captain America and the Mighty Avengers. Real quick, check out some of this really nice Alex Ross artwork. I'll give you a quick sample of that Alex Ross goodness.
Can't roll it back, it's understood. Got to play
Also, an extra note. Still has a limited print run. Still is a worthwhile buy, I think. Like I said, I bought all these like $4 to $6, and then occasionally something would be like extra, like one was like $8. That Venomverse comic, that was a little spendy. After shipping, that was like $19. Yeah. Alright. Evil Ernie God Eater. Comic Shop News. 1511. I mean, shit. For this one, I just want to give like a shout out to like a lot of channels. Evil Ernie, like PJ Zombie, Big Ol' Bo, Mr. Rigamortis 86. Yeah, like Evil Ernie. Like those are the cats that I know that have been following that type of dark indie trend. Full swing at least. Yeah, who did this cover? Guess. Lucio Parillo. Shout out to all you death heads. I'm not that big into this type of genre, but I love it. I mean, I love the imagery. I like just like how fucking cool it looks. The bizarreness of this, like, is it Michelangelo? The Sistine Chapel? Is that right? Hope I got that right. About to wrap this up soon. Comic Shop News, Firefly 1638. When I saw this online, as you can tell, a lot of these were just bought in bulk. Helped me save money and shipping. In a large order. Came out to about $5 a piece. One of my favorite shows. When I first heard about this, just through word of mouth, I was not into it. But after watching just one episode and then hearing the backstory behind Firefly and how, it's all conjecture, but Fox didn't like how they represented these rebels against this corporate regime that runs the inner rings of planets. Yeah, one of the greatest successes of Joss Whedon, personally. I dug Buffy the Vampire for a minute because this girl I was going out with got me hooked on it. It was that series of episodes where they had this tower and they were going to sacrifice like her sister off the top of it, and then Spike went full swing with like 2 battle axes into this crowd of people. It's pretty badass. The humor on that show was cool. It's alright. Firefly, Joss Whedon, dynamic of all the characters on this crew. Makes you want to live on that ship, doesn't it? If it was a little bit bigger, some of those rooms look a little bit cramped, honestly. Beggars can't be choosers. You got that adventure going on out in the Outer Rim. If you're into that Outer Rim. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Red Sonja 1. That's right, a couple of Michael Lensner pieces. $16.44 and issue 1615. Let's take a look at this Red Sonja. Once again, shout out to that whole crew right there. Nice. Really cool Elvira. Linsner, really cool signature right there. So one of the cool things about this one that I really liked, especially when you want to consider an alternative to variant covers, is this Comic Shop News number 448. You know, typically on a Comic Shop News cover, you're going to have just a reprint, but I don't think this image is on the cover of any Sin City comic, right? So it's probably a panel, but from one of the issues. Some Frank Miller goodness I had to pay $15 for. Comic Shop News 1663. It's the Frank Chobe cover to the 50th anniversary Vampirella issue. I think this came out January 2019. Thank you for watching my Comic Shop News Haul. Comic Book Haul number 69. Part 8. Y'all be safe now. Holla.